today we will talk more about the passive voice, more precisely about by plus subject. So the passive voice, in the passive voice, by can be used to indicate the active subject. The object in a passive sentence would be the subject in an active sentence. What does that mean? Let's take a look. That book was written by my mother. Our lunch will be cooked by a famous chef. The song was sung by A.G2. So, that book was written by my mother. So usually, famous chef, A.G2. In an active sentence, these would be our subjects. So for example, my mother wrote that book. A famous chef will be cooking our meal. A.G2 sung that song, but in the passive voice, our object is basically more important. So it's the book was written by my mom. Our lunch will be cooked by a famous chef, and the song was sung by A.G2. So here they are our. Objects, but in real, in active sentences, they are our subjects. So here we have them as objects, but in active, as I said before, my mother wrote that book. It's the other way around. Okay. Then, here as you can see, it's again, here's our subject, our lunch, the song, and the book. The plus participle was written, will be cooked, was sung, by, plus the object, my mother, a famous chef, and A.G2. It's basically just what I told you before. Then, that's super easy, right? When we're writing an active sentence with two objects into the passive voice, one of the objects becomes the subject. Choose the subject that is most important to the sentence. Sarah cooked a meal for me. A meal was cooked for me by Sarah. I was cooked a meal by Sarah. Okay. In this sentence, Sarah is the most important. Sarah cooked a meal for me. A meal was cooked for me by Sarah. A meal is the most important. I was cooked a meal by Sarah is I am the most important. So here we focus on who cooked the meal. Here we focus on that a meal was cooked, and here we focus on who received the meal, which was I. So depending on what's the topic, like if you want to talk about Sarah, you might say this. If you want to talk about the food, you might use this. If you want to talk about how special you are, you might use this. So depending on what you want to focus on, you basically change the subject of the sentence, obviously. Then let's just say again, this is basically another example. So here we have Roy sung a song for me. A song was sung for me by Roy. I was sung a song by Roy. Roy sung a song for me. Roy is our subject. He's the most important in this sentence. A song was sung for me by Roy. A song is the song is most important. I want to talk about this song more. I was sung a song by Roy. Then if you start this a sentence like this, people might ask you questions like, how did you get there? How did you meet him? What did he think about you? Things like that. But here, for example, Roy sang a song for me. How was his concert? How is he as a person? People might be more likely to ask you questions like this. A song was sung for me by Ron. A song, like what was this song's topic? How was the melody? Was it a good song? Was it a bad song? Basically, here we focus on the song. So basically, what you want to start a conversation on, or like what you want to focus on in your sentence, use it as a subject. Even easier, right? Let's take a look at our summary. In the passive voice, by can be used to indicate the active subject. The object in a passive sentence could be would be the subject in an active sentence. When rewriting an active sentence with two objects into the passive voice, one of the objects becomes the subject. Choose the subject that is most important to the sentence. That's it for today. Thank you very much and have a nice day. Bye.